So 12-year-old rapper from Philly, MattOX, has been blowing up recently with his biggest standout hit being Overwhelming, and it's safe to say that part of the reason he blew up is he's 12, but is MattOX actually more than just a joke? So a lot of the complaints I hear about MattOX, and the reason I think a lot of people don't like MattOX, is they feel he's putting on some type of act. They don't really feel like he's authentic. And as someone who's around the Philly area and knows about Philly, like, I would say that MattOX actually seems like he's being very authentic. The way he talks, the way he acts, that's just how people from Philly are, especially the area that he grew up in. MattOX didn't really grow up in a nice area, and just the fact that he's a 12-year-old white boy doesn't mean he's some sheltered 12-year-old white boy. He actually grew up, he has respect from a lot of people in his area, and I think that's part of the reason he blew up. He built this team around him, and that makes him more than just a regular SoundCloud rapper that we see all the time. MattOX works with the Working on Dying crew, which consists of some of the best producers in Philly, such as Filthy, Boogie. Like, some of the best producers that he could get are actually working with this kid, so there has to be something special about him. We don't really see MattOX hanging out with other kids his age, we see him actually hanging out with grown adults, and I feel like that's really gonna help his career in the long run, because these guys are actually putting in work, they're going to the studio, and they're treating MattOX not as a SoundCloud rapper, but as an actual legitimate rapper. This means MattOX is getting some really good production on his tracks, and if you know anything about trap music, then you know production is like 90% of the song. So when MattOX is getting this A1 production from his producers, then that means these songs have the good potential to be hits, and I think that's part of the reason that MattOX took off so much, is because he's working with some of the best producers in his area to create hit after hit. From the interviews that I've seen and from the Noisy thing that just dropped about a day or two ago, it seems really that MattOX has this team that is just built around him and that is trying to keep him out of destroying himself. What we see with a lot of rappers these days, they're taking all these Xans, they're smoking all this weed. Not that smoking weed is really bad, but they're doing all this stuff, they're acting really reckless, and MattOX is only 12, so it seems like the team around him is trying to keep him out of that life. They're trying to see him not destroy himself, and they're really trying to make sure MattOX succeeds in his career, and that is something that is really good for someone especially that young. Originally, I started listening to MattOX as a joke. I thought it was funny, and I thought, hey, it's this 12-year-old kid, he's rapping, he's got fidget spinners, and note that fidget spinner was really good for MattOX. It was a really good idea. He kind of embraced the meme a little bit, and I think that is part of MattOX's whole appeal. He's part meme, but he can actually fucking rap. He actually has really good songs, but there's also the novelty and I guess the gimmick of that he's 12. With most rappers these days, they all kind of have a gimmick, and a lot of these guys that we're seeing pop up now, like Ugly God, for instance. Ugly God's whole gimmick is he's kind of a joke, he's kind of a meme rapper, while MattOX is a little more serious. He still has that novelty of being 12 for him, which gets people initially interested in his music. But then after you delve a little bit deeper into it, you see, oh, MattOX can actually make pretty good music. He's actually making better music than some adults that you see on SoundCloud, and that's saying something because, once again, he's only 12. After listening to MattOX a few times, I started to check out more of his songs after listening to Overwhelming, and I saw that he actually has a few breakout songs with over a few million views on YouTube, such as Michael Myers, and just, you know, solid music videos. MattOX is clearly taking his music career serious, and he's been taking it serious way before Overwhelming even blew up. MattOX is a serious rapper, and I think that's something a lot of people don't realize, but I think they're going to start to realize it soon. MattOX is actually dropping solid music, and with the novelty, like I said, of being 12, there's definitely a good shot that MattOX could blow up within this next year or two. We've even seen MattOX start to do shows, and he's actually getting the right cosigns. He actually got a cosign from Chief Keef and Little Tracy. While Chief Keef is pretty much the father of all these new school rappers, it's really cool to see him fucking with MattOX. And I think that's really going to be important for MattOX's career to move away from that stage where he was a meme to an actual rapper. We're going to have to see him get some more cosigns, and it seems like people are signing on to him because they realize that, yes, he can actually make good music, and there's a good chance he could get popular. I'm really excited for the future of MattOX. I think he can do a lot with his music, and I think he has a lot of room to grow as an artist. But I think a lot of the hate for MattOX is just misinformation. I feel a lot of people think he's trying to put on a persona, he's trying to act fake. I don't think that's the case. From what I've seen in interviews and just what I know about the Philly area, it just seems like he's just a regular Philly kid who just kind of grew up in a bad area. And a lot of people might not want to believe that, but that's personally what I think. So back to the question that started this whole video. Is MattOX a joke? While I think MattOX might have started as a joke, and I think a lot of his popularity is due to a lot of people thinking he's a joke, I think people are starting to realize that MattOX can actually make good music, and I think that's actually going to lead to him gaining real fans. MattOX turned, to me at least, from a joke to me actually supporting MattOX and thinking he makes good music. And I think that's an excellent strategy to have, especially with the way we've seen how memes influence rap, and we've seen how memes can take a song like Bad and Bougie and take it all the way to #1. I feel like artists are going to start using this more, and we're going to start to see it more, and memes are going to be the future of rap, it seems like. Maybe that's taken a little bit too far. I'm kind of half joking there, but I think MattOX is definitely a solid artist. I'm excited to see what he does in the future, and I think he doesn't really deserve all the hate he gets, especially because he's just a 12-year-old kid. I think we don't keep that in mind, and on the internet people can be very brutal. But let me know what you guys think of MattOX down in the comments down below. What do you think of him? Do you think he is actually a solid MC? Do you think he's gonna be around for a while, or is he gonna be like a one-hit wonder and be gone within this next year, and you're gonna be saying MattOX who? Let me know down in the comments down below. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you dislike the video for some odd reason, hit the dislike button. And if you're new, how about you subscribe? But yeah, guys, this has been The Chosen One Inc. And as always, peace out.